Staying together with the father of your child because you have a child together. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about why some people actually do this. So we are obviously in a time now where some women are aware that they don't have to be with the father of their child just because they have a child with a man. They don't have to be with him. But in certain cultures and in certain part of the world, and even some parents would force their daughters to marry the man that they have a child with, knowing fully well that the man probably doesn't love them. All right. Now, I've got notes on my phone, so I don't forget what I'm about to say if you see me looking down. This is a big problem. Okay. You being with a man just because you have a child with him is not enough to sustain that relationship. And a child will not make a man love you more. If that man did not love you or like you before you had that child will not make him like you or love you even more. If anything, he might even grow to hate you or dislike you even more. Okay? Depending on what type of feelings he has for you. Okay? And if you continue to stay or live with a man who doesn't like you or doesn't love you, you will never get a chance to experience what it's like to be loved by someone who really, really cherished you. Okay? And in this Rich Mom Mindset channel, the goal is for single mothers to live a prosperous life, to also be in a loving relationship, a loving, godly relationship, and also to live a healthy and a wealthy life. Okay? So one of the things we have to address is staying around with the father of your child, knowing fully well that he don't like you or he don't love you. Okay? So let's look at the problem with this issue, and then I'm going to talk about ways I had to get out of this issue. All right? So one of the problems that you're going to have in this case is the man will forever remind you why he's with you, which is because of that child. And that child will grow to know that you are not happy. Every child wants to see their parents happy. Of course, every child would love their parents to be together. But when a child grows up and he understands why they couldn't be together, he'll be happy that you made a good decision for yourself to be happy and to put your happiness first. Because no child wants to come home to see their mom sad, depressed, angry, shouting, fighting their dad every single day. No child wants to see that. That child loves you as much as they love their dad. Do you know what I mean? And for them to consistently see hatred and bitterness, or to even sense the aura in the atmosphere of hatred and bitterness and dislike, is not really fair on them. Another thing that you need to be aware of is that you will then grow to dislike the father of your child. You will grow to hate him after a while, especially when you begin to see other women in loving relationship and yours is not like that. You will grow to dislike the man. And then when the child is really, really small and they don't understand what's going on, they will look at you as the bad person, which is not what you want. Okay? The next one is that love is not something that should be forced. It's something that should naturally come towards you. It's not something you force for it to happen. So you realistically need to be with somebody that really, really likes you as a person. Obviously, the person needs to be attracted to you, but they really, really need to like you as a person. They need to want to be around you. There needs to be a soul attraction. And the longer you stay with a man that is not for you, the longer you stay with a man that doesn't like you, the longer you stay with a man that doesn't love you, the more you are stopping yourself from meeting the right person for your life. And it could also stop you from glowing and stop you from growing and improving and developing yourself. And it could put you in a lot of trouble, and the man could end up robbing from you if you're not very careful. So it is a very terrible thing for a single mother to be with the father of a child that does not like them at all. Now, some of you are lucky to have men who would tell you, the father of your child, who would sit you down and tell you and say, look, I'm not interested in a relationship with you, but I will take up my responsibility. And if that man has kept it real with you and he said that to you, please respect that decision. Don't try to force him. Don't try to make it happen. Don't try to do things to make him like you, because the right person for you, you won't have to force it to happen. It will just naturally, that person will just be attracted to you. So how do we get yourself out of this situation? First of all, you have to acknowledge the fact that, does this man like me or not? Bear in mind, I'm not even focusing on love now. I'm focusing on like, because a lot of people are in a relationship with people who don't like them. What do I mean by like? Does he like your personality? Does he like the way you laugh? Does he like the way you dress? Does he like the way you carry yourself? Does he like the way you walk? Does he have a soft spot for you? That's what I mean by like. So you have to ask yourself, does this man actually like me, or is he using me? Does he love me, or is he using me? And then you need to sit him down and say, is this a relationship, or are we co-parenting? Because there's a difference between the two. Okay? And then if he tells you that the only reason I'm with you is because of this child, then you need to end that relationship. If it's a case where it's not easy for you to just walk out, as a woman, you know what to do. You need to start acting cold. And you also need to start praying to God for God to find a way for you to escape out of that relationship. Because some of you are with some men who are very toxic, very possessive, and very jealous. And with those type of men, sometimes it's not easy to come out. So you need a lot of prayers for God to make a room of escape for you to actually come out of that situation. But at the same time, you need to start acting cold, okay? And you now need to focus on yourself and start developing yourself more and improving your own life. And you need to come up with a plan, with a plan A and a plan B, okay? How to have your own income and how to be able to like sort yourself out on your own. Because when you're usually with a man that doesn't like you and he's just with you for the sake of the child, I promise you that man will be cheating on you. He will be cheating on you. It's inevitable, because men cannot hide it when they don't like you. They just can't hide it for that long, especially if they've slept with you. They can't hide it for that long. So I want you to stop having sex with him. But first of all, you shouldn't even be having sex with a man that hasn't wifed you up yet, okay? But you need to stop all of that, because what you don't want is to have more children for a man that does not like you. It's a very terrible situation to be in. Second of all, you now need to find a way for yourself to have accommodation and all these type of things. You really need to sit down and plan this thing out, okay? And also, praying is very important. It's very important to have a relationship with God, because in times like this where you're constantly sad and depressed, God is the only person that you can turn to. God is the only person that you can pray to. He's the only person that can give you joy in the inside of your heart. So you need to pray to him all the time so he can give you the wisdom on what to do in order to escape the situation. And here's the thing, you don't have to explain anything to anyone. Okay? Women always feel like they owe it to people to always explain every situation. You don't. If you know yourself that the right thing to do is to get out, get out. There's no need to explain anything. If people, family members are yelling at you, you know, judging you, it doesn't matter. They'll get over it in the next 2 to 3 weeks and they'll find something else to talk about. Okay? Or you can explain it in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But you have to do what is right for you. I do not advise you to be with the father of your child just because both of you have a child together. It's not enough. It cannot build a relationship. It cannot build any bond. And you will be limiting yourself from meeting someone who's actually right for you. Okay? So you know the father of your child better than I do. Okay? And you have to apply wisdom on how to communicate this out. Some of you, the dude wants to leave you, but he's just waiting for you to initiate it. because some dudes won't even tell you that they don't want the relationship. They'll just misbehave until you say I'm out. They're waiting for you to say I'm out before they actually go. Do you get what I mean? Some men do that. They don't know how to confront you to say, I don't want this relationship anymore. They would wait for you to say, I don't want it anymore before they actually dissolve the whole relationship, which sounds very, very silly, but it does happen. All right. So please be very careful. Do not let people force you to get in a relationship with the father of your child, knowing fully well that the person is not right for you. Okay, and if there is abuse of any sort, physical, especially physical, you need to run away. You need to run away. Okay, so that's it for this video. I don't want it to be too long because I've done quite long videos, I think, previously. So I'm gonna try and keep them short, keep them simple and effective. And if there's anything you want to ask me, make sure you follow me on Instagram. You can send me a message there. And also I have another channel that I will link on this channel, which is called Damilola Liz. So yeah, you can check out the stuff that I talk about on that channel, and I'll see you guys in another video. Stay blessed and stay beautiful. Bye.